Alright, this is round 4, otherwise known as the quarterfinals. We're playing Hype, which is Bork, Savvy Seal, and Heathcliff. I'll probably do a lot more like analysis on this one than I did the last one. There wasn't really much to go over in the first 2 rounds, but there'll be a bit more, I think, in this one, so. Ben gets a pretty good touch there. Duck isn't quite able to center it off the wall. I heard Savvy go up for that, so I just waited. Duck and I both went for that, but I'm glad I did, because I was able to get to it. Not able to beat Bork on the wall there. Decent touch from Duck out, though. I don't know why I'm sitting under this. Just bad positioning for me. I'll go up on the back wall, and it's a weak hit, but still got to the side. Good follow from Ben to get around Bork. This is just bad play for me in general, and they're able to center it and score it there. So here I'm just rotating back. I know that Duck's clear will be able to follow up. Someone on their team won't be able to follow it up. So I'm just trying to touch to the side where I can keep possession, but I just touched this one too high, and I just give them an easy center, and none of my team were able to commit to it because I just gave them possession pretty much. What I did at first I don't think was wrong, but then the touch to the corner was bad, so definitely could have done better there. Should have done better. Ben gets a good touch off the wall there to keep it off our half. Both of them committed. I'm just trying to turn that on target, but Bork got back quick enough. I know Duck's going for that, so I just rotate back to net. I try to go up for this. I get it off the wall, but I put my teammates in a bit of an awkward spot there. I'm not quite able to get that clear, but it's enough to the side. Ben not quite able to get to that one, but they kind of help us clear it. Duck gets a really good save here, but then the follow-up touch, which ends up hitting the crossbar back into him and falls down to them, is very unlucky. It's good positioning and play from him to get the first touch, but then just unfortunate. Duck will move for that, try to knock it over to Ben. Ben tries to play it back, and Duck, I guess, went for a shot there. I just tried to touch this one down, and it ends up working. None of them are quite able to follow it. Oops. I'm just kind of trying to knock this one down far enough where I'm able to score it. It ends up hitting crossbar, but my teammates are in a good position to be able to get to it. Ben will follow that one up and knock it over to my side, but I'm not able to get to it. Duck gets a good hit there, but I'm not able to score it. I try to go up and just knock the center, and they both end up committing and almost score it, but not quite. Really close from Ben there. I don't get a good clearance off the wall. I just kind of hit it high and keep it where it is, but everyone ends up kind of missing. I tried to go for a dunk on that, but I'm not able to. Duck will move that one forward, and Ben will move up on this one and try to turn it on target, but Bork's able to get to it. I'm on this side, I end up missing. Leave Duck in a bit of an awkward position, and he gets beat. Ben doesn't quite read that bounce right, but Duck's there, so he's able to clear it out. That touch center isn't quite the best decision there from Duck, but I get enough of a touch to it to keep it out of harm's way. It's a bit of an awkward spot from us, including a team bump. But Duck will hit that one to the side. Ben will try to move it out and go for a bump, but they still keep the pressure up here. We've had the ball in our half for probably 40 seconds there, so definitely need to work on our clearances there. Duck's kind of getting bumped in the corner. He gets a really good pass there, and a very nice shot from Ben. He's on the wall and flies off well enough to be able to center it. It's a very good play from him. And the shot's not to be looked down upon either. I end up getting dunked and not able to clear it. Duck doesn't quite get it on the wall, but I'll touch it out. Not the best touch because it's still kind of center, but Ben follows nicely. And then I get, it's not a good hit from me here where Savvy is already in the air. All I have to do is not hit him, and then we're good. But this play will end up leading to a goal from them. Duck just doesn't quite get the touch he wanted, and then it bounces unluckily to the center. It hits like the perfect curve on the wall, where a little bit lower and it bounces higher, and a little bit higher it just kind of like shoots out. But it ends up hitting right in the middle where it like bounces at a nice height for them. A little unlucky, but we still just... I have to not get super dunked on the one play, and then Duck could have had a little bit of a better touch, right? One of us could have been back and helped him out. He was the last one back there. I just tried to knock that one down to Ben and started a no boost passing play, but Savvy moves up. Or, no, that was Heathcliff. It's near the end of the game, so we're kind of, trying to get something started, but not quite able to do so. I'll go for that and touch it down to the side. Duck ends up faking one and gets a pretty good flick, and just isn't quite able to get around Bork. It's a really close play from him there, but unfortunate. That's how this game will end. We conceded about the same amount of pressure as we did in the ones against Onslaught. We just didn't deal with it quite as well. So, I know how to spectate. Alright. Start of game 2. This one starts out super poorly. Duck and I don't communicate here at all, and he thought I would have backed off back to net, and we just ended up double committing in a single flip, and Savvy takes us both out. It's just, we'll watch it one more time from Savvy's point of view. So right off the kickoff, so we're both kind of in an equal spot where we can go for it. I just should have committed a little bit sooner because I know Duck's back, and I'm a little bit closer, and I know Duck would have been in a good spot in net, but one play ends up taking both of us out, so we just got to communicate a bit better. I'm still on Savvy's camera. Duck will fly up for this one and get a nice touchdown to the corner. I stayed in that, but I'm able to clear that one out. Decent touch from Ben to knock to the side. I'm not quite able to follow it up, but Ben follows up on my clear. Duck's in a bit of a rough spot there, and we've kind of left him all alone, but I think this was another double commit for us. I just like to point out all the double commits because it's something we have to fix. I end up kind of bumping Ben into the save, but we both don't need to be going for that. It's again it's in a spot where we both could hit the ball, and it doesn't really hurt us because we have to save it. But it's still just, it would be better off if, we just work on that communication. And that stuff will come. We'll get better at that. I just knocked it down to the side and grabbed the boost, but I'm not able to dribble that one out. Ben wasn't quite sure if Duck was there. Duck would have had a better clear, but Ben just tries to kill it. I probably should have gone up for that, but I just wait. And then Ben and I double commit again, so... Again, it doesn't end up hurting us there, but... Stuff we have to work out. I don't get a great touch there, but Ben's in net to save that one. I'll end up not hitting that one. I don't fly for it quick enough. And then Ben was forward trying to challenge, and then Duck just went to the side to grab a boost. So, I mean, this should have been an easy hit for me. I just don't fly fast enough. Not quite sure why I keep doing that. But I just leave my teammates in too awkward a situation. They're trusting me a bit more than I guess they should be there. No, I should be having that every time. It's a bad play for me again. Duck will wait for this one to fall, but Heathcliff just kind of lands there and is able to challenge him. They end up double committing, and then I just try to hit this one center, but Heathcliff's there to keep it out. Duck kind of gets a touch there, but it doesn't really help. Ben and Duck are both up for that one. I'm just able to knock it to the side, grab the boost, and just try to power hit it forward. And it's too high for me to follow anyway, but someone was on the back wall. None of us are quite over here to be able to get to it. Ben will go for it nicely, and took two of them out, and then tried to center it, but not quite able to. I'll end up pinching that one with Heathcliff, but just ends up going center. Duck will fly for that one and isn't able to hit it forward, and he realizes, so he just naturally touches it to the corner. Ben will be able to move that one out, or Duck will go up in the back wall and clear it. I'll just get a backflip in that and touch it to the side. I try to knock it forward to Duck, but it's a little bit high. Ben's shot isn't able to beat Rivers in net. That's another double commit from us. I think they were going for a pinch though, which isn't so bad. Ben and Duck are both on the same corner there, but they're able to kind of help each other out to clear it. This is, again, just like Ben's going up for this one and just has an easy clear, and I just take it from him. It's just, I'm not quite sure why I'm doing it. That's not a great touch, but Ben saves me and knocks it to the side. I'm a little bit flustered for like the last minute. I'm just like letting my, letting it get to my head, I guess. Not playing confidently. I've got no boost here. I'm just trying to find some. Savvy isn't quite able to score that. Ben tries to knock it up for me, but I don't have the boost, but I follow it nicely and knock it down to Ben, who also moves up well. Heathcliff just didn't quite respect that. He probably knew I didn't have boost, so he thought he'd have more time, but I just knocked it center nicely. Duck will move up on the wall, and that's a pretty decent hit, but Savvy touches it to the side. And this is just, none of us are quite sure who was going for that. All three of us could have, and just need to communicate better. Ben wasn't quite able to follow that, and Duck, I think, ended up flying for it too. So, I mean, here we have to start getting like some kind of offensive pressure, so that's not so bad as well, because we've only got so much time to score one. But I'm trying to like super point out every double commit, because that's pretty much our biggest problem. If we fix that, I think we'll do a lot better. This dunk was just very, I mean, Duck's hit up the wall here is pretty difficult to read, and then Savvy just ends up hitting it right into me. It's a good read from me, but like I'm not intending to put that on target, so the shot, the way it goes in, is kind of lucky. But keeping up the pressure there was important, so just flying through that quickly was good. Ben ends up turning that one on target nicely, but Savvy touches it down. And I'm not able to get to that one. Just leave it for overtime. I'll move up for that one and challenge. Duck isn't quite able to, but Ben is here and is able to knock it forward. Duck just tries to like get a center for me, but pops it high. Too high. I get a double touch there, but Ben isn't quite far forward enough to do anything with it. Good positioning there from Duck to read it clear and keep the pressure up. And then I'm trying to just keep the pressure up as well. Ben and I are both on this wall, which isn't great. I think Duck got bumped here, which is... This could have ended up being a goal for us, because... Oh, no, he didn't. He was expecting a harder hit across, which is why he pre-jumped. We'll knock that one to the side. Ben isn't quite able to follow. I'll just have to side flip that one out in net, and then knock that one to the side. Duck follows that one pretty nicely, but that'll knock down to Savvy. Keeps the pressure up for them. Decent touch from Heathcliff to keep it up for them as well. Duck isn't quite able to read it on the sidewall. It's a good move from Ben to clear that one out there. That bump was brutal. Oh, this was... Yeah. So Heath ends up bumping me and Ben in net here, and we're just not able to do anything. It's a decent play from him, but very unlucky. He wasn't really like intending to get both of us, so. But that'll be it. Yeah. I just think we have a few errors, mostly double committing, which we have to work out, and then maybe a bit more passing plays or just offensive pressure in general. But other than that, we're playing very well. Definitely an improvement over last tournament.